Now, if you've come this far and a couple weeks have passed and you find that your tortoise is still constipated, hopefully by now you've contacted your veterinarian and they've given you pretty much every advice they could give you, which my veterinarian recommended all the things we've previously talked about. Obviously the exercise, soaking them in the tub in warm water every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day if possible. I've also given him some mineral oil on his lettuce, and the final thing that we're going to try now is some medicine given to me by the veterinarians. So we're going to try that. Hopefully this will get it. Now, I did have this problem a couple years ago with him, and what I used to do is I used to try and hide it in strawberries. He went crazy for it because he loves strawberries. Unfortunately, because of the taste of the medicine, for about a year or so he hated strawberries. So what I'm going to do now, actually see I'm going to squeeze it onto his lettuce and hopefully get it into his mouth. As he's eating the lettuce, I'm slowly squirting the medicine out of the syringe. Some of it's going directly into his mouth, and the rest of it's just sitting on the lettuce, and he's eating it with the rest of the lettuce. So it's kind of hard to do one-handed. I recommend two, obviously. So get that out of the way. Now, my veterinarian did recommend 5 cc's of it, so that's what I gave to him. As long as you get it in him all at one shot, doesn't matter if it's on 1 piece of lettuce, 2 pieces, 5, whatever you have to do to get it in him. But they recommend that. They're actually giving it to him twice a day. So in the morning, I'm going to have to give him another dose. This was the first dosage for him. And it usually takes about a week for this to kick through. And once it does, it kicks in pretty hard. So you are going to have a mess. I can guarantee that. But you know, it's basically a tortoise enema, so it gets things moving real quick. You can call it a laxative, a lubricant, whatever you want to do, but I can tell you right now, when it gets through him, it's going to go through him quick. So, like I said, you will have a mess. Make sure he's in a pen most of the time, and when you do have him out of his pen and he's walking around, make sure he's on vinyl, because when he lets loose, it's ugly. So this is the final step. Hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully in a couple days things start passing through him. While this is going on, continue to do all the things that you have been doing. Continue to exercise him. Continue to get him in the bathtub. Like I said, 1, 2, sometimes 3 times a day. That will help. But we're going to stay on his progress. Hopefully things go well for him. This is not the first time this has happened, so I'm quite familiar with it. But it's just one of those things. Like I said, keeping a desert tortoise in cold climates, not the best thing for them, not the healthiest, but we do the best we can for them. So there you go, buddy. Turn around. Again, I got plenty of lettuce for him. He does eat once or twice a day. He would like to eat 3 or 4 times a day, but you want to limit the amount of food they get, because they will just eat non-stop and they'll actually overeat, which also leads to other health issues. So hopefully this helps somebody out. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer anything I can. I'm not a certified veterinarian. I'm just a guy that has had a tortoise for 14 years. And over those 14 years, I've learned a lot about him, how to take care of him, and some of the problems that I have. So hopefully all goes well. Don't be scared, buddy. But There you go, Mr. T. Hopefully step one of the final step of clearing out Mr. Constipated, Mr. T.